Okay, so this is one Delta Force 1's review of Need for Speed Most Wanted for the computer and Xbox and pretty much every single console. So, let's start this up. If you're not familiar with the Need for Speed games like Pro Street, Carbon, but other than that, this is the last good one, so let's just start a race and I start showing you some of the gameplay. So, if you've played any Need for Speed, you've played them all. Like, all the racing is pretty much the same, except they maybe add a new mode in every once in a while, like drift and drag. There's no new modes in this except for like cops, which I'll show a bit later in the review. Now, my computer sucks like a lot, so this isn't actually the graphical capability. If you want a graphical capability, go look at the 360. Really, like, it looks amazing on it. Or like on another review, because my computer sucks so much, it would like lag so much. So let's just skip a bit ahead in the race, and as you can see, there are a lot of lighting effects with the sky, like how it'll be like day but cloudy, and it'll be really dark. So, every single time you do a lap, it'll show you your lap time. So let's just skip ahead, and then show you how when you finish the race, and, oh, whoops, yeah. So what happens when you finish the race is that you see a freeze frame picture, you see your top speed, well, when you cross the finish line, your time, and how much money you got for that race. It's pretty useful if you like getting like time trials, like saying, oh, I want to do this one race in less time every time, or, yeah. Also, there's a trick in this game that if you keep on doing the exact same race, you'll still get money and all, which is, if you're cheap like me and I want to just get it, like one part that I'm a few $1,000s off of, I just like to do that. Right now, I'm just cruising along for some cops, but it's kind of being a pain, seeing as how they really don't like to be found, unless, of course, you're causing a lot of disturbance, which I'm probably going to start doing now. And yeah, I just got like a call from, well, you always hear their the police chatter somehow, I don't know, maybe you have some sort of transmission box in your car. Anyway, so let's just skip ahead again, and whoops. And I think there's a cop right here. As you can see from the top, there's a green thing that's flashing and like kind of pulsing, kind of. The faster it goes, the closer you are to the cop, and that arrow will show where it goes, and the cop should be right there. Yeah, there is. But that's a truck. It's behind the truck. And, yeah, my driving's awesome, isn't it? So, you also get infractions on the top left, as you saw, like damage to property, like hitting a police car, resisting arrest. And if you get all of them, you get, I don't know, there's sometimes like milestones which are up there, which you have to complete to be able to go with the other person on the blacklist, which you have to proceed up to right a wrong, whatever, get revenge on some guy that pretty much stole your car and your whatever, yeah. So, as you can see, I'm great at driving in this game. Like, I've played this game in like a year. Either way, this is probably the best Need for, like, the last best Need for Speed, like, out there. Like, the new Undercover game, yeah, it's not that good. I've played it, and it was really boring. Also, it was really, the computer version sucked so bad. Like, it had so many bugs and glitches, so I would consider, if you want to pick one of them, I consider picking this one. And, like, all the systems look pretty good. Well, of course, the 360 takes the cake since it was next gen, and it's on the PS3 or Wii. The Wii came out with Carbon and all that, but the game looks generally good and all. It has nice lighting effects on computer and Xbox, so if you had to pick one for graphical standpoint, you might want to pick one of them. So back to the pursuit, and I'm starting to get off track here, but back to the pursuit. As you can see on the bottom, there's a little progress bar kind of thing. What it is that there's a little meter that once it sways to, like, as you get farther away from the cops and they start losing sight of you, it starts swinging to evade. And if you get boxed in or something and you're like in their sights and you're like stuck for a while, you'll get into busted. When you get busted, you have to pay your bounty, which is like how much, like if you destroyed a cop car, you might have, that'll increase your bounty, or how long your pursuit chases are. And bounty is pretty much what measures your, well, awesomeness, I guess, on the blacklist. It's like what they show to show how good they are and stuff. Anyway, so when you get, if you get busted, you can either pay that back and then get 1 impound X on your car, which if you get 3 of them, your car will be impounded and you cannot get it back, no matter what. And sometimes if you beat blacklist racers, you can get a little bonus that'll let you like add another one of those X's and stuff. Like there's always a blacklist character, and whenever you race them, you always go through 2 races or 3 later. And so then when you beat them eventually, you get to pick 2 markers off this list, and then there's like 1 marker for like visual, there's 1 for performance, and there's 1 for like I think it was part, which makes no sense because visual and part pretty much sound the same. Anyway, I'm gonna sound like a dick, but so what we are trying to do here is trying to get away from the cops. But yeah, once you get that, there's also 3 bonus markers that you can either get, like their car, an extra impound slot for your car that you have, or you can get extra cash. And those can help in tight situations that you have no idea. And so whenever you be a pursuit here, you always see the how long, like, bounty for how long you were there, and for how many cop cars you disabled, which in other words, like, smash the crap out of them. So also you get like a bunch of stats there, like cost to stay, which is like including destroying stuff and whatever. So anyway, this game, Need for Speed Most Wanted, I give it an 8.5. It looks really good. The story's kind of, it's pretty funny, seeing as how some of the stories like put into like live action cuts.